Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Vancha kalpadrupasha kripa sindhupevach patitanaam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha ananta koti vaishnav vrinda ki jai namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Friends, echo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. This is Anitha from Sharjah, UAE, welcoming all of you to this Bhakti Sanga Japa conference call. I thank all of you for attending this session. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy names which are to be avoided, written by Srila Vyasadeva in the Padma Purana. Number 1, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Number 2, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of the Lord Vishnu. Number 3, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Number 4, to blaspheme the scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. Number 5, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Number 6, to give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. Number 7, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. Number 8, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, karma kanda. Number 9, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Number 10, to not have complete faith on the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against his offenses in order to achieve the desired success, that is Krishna Prema. Hare Krishna. I once again welcome all of you to this Bhakti Sanga Japa conference call. So today we will be moving on to our next session, that is Srimad Bhagavatam. But before moving to the session, I would like to know who are all on the call today. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anitha mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai, Priti Dasi from Charlotte. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Priti Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Anyone else?
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devi Dasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yashamati Priya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to assembled devotee. This is Mohini Lakshmi from Detroit.
Hare Krishna, Mohini Lakshmi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna. Shama.
Hare Krishna, Anitha Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Shama Devi Dasi.
Hare Krishna, Shyamaguri Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving us your association and arranging all these Bhagavatam classes. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, for your wonderful services. Hare Krishna.
All glories to Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Anitha Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajis. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devdasi from Sanga.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anitha Mataji, Dhanavad Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for all your services, and thank you so much for joining the call today. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Anitha Ramya Mataji, Danvat Pranam. My Danvat Pranams to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Gurudev. This is Sushmita from Canada.
Finally, Sushmita Mataji, I was seeing you were unmuting for a long time. Hare Krishna, Sushmita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, my humble obeisances to you and all assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Param Pavani Shama Devi Dasi from Baltimore, Maryland. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Param Pavani Shyama Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anitha Ramaya Mataji. This is Gauri Jeevani Devi Dasi from Michigan. All glories to assembled devotee and all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Gauri Jeevani Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. This is the first time you're joining, Mataji.
No, Mataji, from 2 weeks I'm joining.
Okay. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Anyone else who would like to introduce? Okay. So we'll go to, yes. Okay, we'll go to the recording, Mataji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I once again welcome all of you to this Bhakti Sanga Japa conference call. Please accept my humble obeisances. So today we will be moving on to our next session, that is Srimad Bhagavatam, which will be given by His Grace Braja Mohan Prabhu. But before moving on to the session, I would like to read the introduction about Prabhuji. His Grace Braja Mohan Prabhu is a monk, a life coach, and an inspirational speaker. Prabhuji is a disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj and a resident monk at ISKCON Chowpatty in India. He is a student's mentor at the Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, where he also earned a BTech degree. Prabhuji has a Master of Science degree in Quantum Physics from University of Illinois, Chicago. Braj Mohan Prabhuji has given seminars on science, spirituality, leadership, relationships, and self-development. He has been speaking on various topics at prestigious universities and at several corporations in the US and in India for over a decade. Using an ancient wisdom for current dilemmas, his message inspires the audience to think deep, act right, and live full. Hare Krishna. So that is the introduction about Prabhu. So Prabhuji has not yet joined, I think. So we can move on with the introduction. Anyone who would like to introduce themselves?
Prabhuji is coming, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji. Till then, we'll do the introduction, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Yes, Akshay Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Anitha Ramya Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Srila Gurudev. My humble obeisances to all the Vaishnava devotees present here. This is Akshar Das from Toronto. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Akshar Das. Hare Krishna, Akshar Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Welcome to the call, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Anyone else who would like to introduce?
Hare Krishna, Anitha Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karna Devi Dasi.
Hare Krishna, Indulekha Karuna Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to all your services on Bhakti Sangha. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Valli from Naperville, Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vali Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Anyone else who would like to introduce? Okay. So I think we can chant till Prabhuji comes. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Prabhuji joined.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Please, I once welcome all of you to this Bhakti Sanga Japa conference call. So today we will be moving on to the next session, that is Srimad Bhagavatam, which will be given by His Grace Braja Mohan Prabhu. And the chapter will be on Canto 7, Chapter 9 and verse 7. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much,
Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna.
for giving us your valuable association today. Over to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Can you display the verse?
Yes, Prabhu. Hindu Mataji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Astau Siddharim Ekagra Manasa Susamahita Prema Gadgadaya Vacha Tanyasta Hridayekshana. Asta Ausit. He began to offer prayers, Harim, unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ekagra Manasa, the mind being completely fixed upon the lotus feet of the Lord. Susamahita, very attentive without diversion to any other subject. Prema Gadgadaya, faltering because of feeling transcendental bliss. Vacha, with a voice. Tat Nyasta, being fully dedicated to him, Lord Narasimhadev. Hridaya Ikshana, with heart and sight. Translation: Prahlad Maharaj fixed his mind and sight upon Lord Narasimhadev with full attention in complete trance. With a fixed mind, he began to offer prayers in love with a faltering voice. Purport: the word Susamahita means very attentive or fully fixed. The ability to fix the mind in this way is a result of Yoga Siddhi mystic perfection. It is as it is situated in Srimad Bhagavatam 12:13:1. Dhyana vistatadgatena manasa pashyanti yam yogina. One attains yogic perfection when he is freed from all material diversions and his mind is fixed upon the lotus feet of the Lord. This is called samadhi or trance. Prahlad Maharaj attained that stage beyond the senses because he was engaged in service. He felt transcendental situated. Naturally, his mind and attention became saturated in transcendence. In that condition, he began to offer his prayers as follows. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Tanjena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Swapadantikam Devam Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpati Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, welcome to our devotees of Bhakti Sanga group that so sincerely every day discuss Bhagavatam and hear from different senior Vaishnavas, seek all devotees' blessings that we can churn this verse and take the nectar of the Bhagavatam that will sustain us, our spiritual lives. And I would request devotees to just, close their eyes and just envision the scene that's being portrayed here, narrated here, where Hiranyakashipu is just, lying on the ground dead in front, and Lord Narasimhadev is super angry and is roaring. And as Lord Narasimhadev is roaring, all the devatas, they want to pacify him because it appears that Lord Narasimha in his anger may destroy the entire universe. So there's a urgent, super urgent meeting that happens, that's happening there, where all the devatas, they are discussing, especially Brahmaji, who is like the chairman, who can go and pacify. And Lakshmi Devi, she backs out. So I can't do this. And Lord Narasimha, I never seen my husband in such angry mood. And at that time, Brahmaji asks the most tiniest of all devotees, Prahlad, this small boy, 5 years, standing there. And Brahmaji asks Prahlad to go and, offer prayers and pacify Lord Narasimhadev. And Prahlad, he approaches Lord And this is the verse that is before he starts to offer prayers. So a lot of emotions that can go in the heart of Prahlad in this verse. The emotions that can go usually when you are asked to do a very, very special service, like what Prahlad is being asked, is that you can naturally become proud. But the verse that says here is that he was Gadgadaya. He was trembling, not in fear, but in love. He was trembling in love, and Srila Prabhupada's talk on this particular verse. Fortunately, not all verses Prabhupada has directly given a class, but this verse, Prabhupada's class is there in Mayapur. So I was just hearing the class 2 hours back, and Prabhupada mentioned this focuses on this word prema, and we see this often that Prabhupada and our acharyas bring out the depth in these different verses, the words in these verses, and we can very much see what is the true essence of the verse when we hear the acharyas. So first of all, Ashtau Seed. So literally, here it is being said he began to offer prayers, and literally Ashta Asit. Ashta means 8, and Asit means to sit. And this is Prabhupada mentions this in the purport, that the stage that Lord Prahlad Maharaj has reached now, the stage of perfection of yoga, where he has all the Ashtasiddhis, is that he is offering prayers to Lord Nrsimhadev. So the perfection of yoga is when we are able to fully focus our mind, our heart, our emotions, and this is what is Ashta. We have Ashtanga Pranam and Panchanga Pranam. So Ashtanga, which is usually of course, Ashtanga Yoga is there, and what we call as Dandavat or Ashtanga Pranam, or we say Sashtanga. We may not say Ashtanga, but we say Sashtanga Pranam. So the 5 Panchangas and bind intelligence and our ego. We place everything on the floor or at the feet of Lord Nrsimhadev to surrender. So in the puja vidhi, when we go to the puja room, it is almost like what Prahlad Maharaj is going to pacify and please Lord Nrsimhadev. Of course, we are not in that difficult situation where Lord Nrsimhadev is roaring on us, but we it is called as Panchanga Puja. There are 5 steps in us in us approaching the Supreme Lord in us offering prayers. So I just thought this is a right occasion to just list them. So the first part of approaching the Supreme Lord is called as Abhigamana in Panchanga Puja. And Abhigamana is that before you approach, Gamana means to go, and Abhigamana means to prepare to go. So if we have to approach the Supreme Lord, we have to prepare ourselves. If we don't prepare ourselves, then and what has happened here in Prahlad Maharaj's case is that through his bhakti, he has prepared and he has qualified himself now to approach the Supreme Lord. And therefore it is written, Ashtausid Arim. Ashtav says, Harim ekagra manasa, and is able to focus on the Lord with one pointed attention. We also approach the Lord, but when we approach the Lord, we are not one pointed attention. Our mind goes so many places. Baushaka yanantasya. And susamahita. And without getting any diverted in anything else. So why is this? Because he has done the process of abhigamana, prepared himself to approach the Lord. And without this adhikar, when we approach anything divine, then we will not be able to fully approach. Like all the demigods are here, but they are not able to approach because they are not prepared themselves to face the Lord, and they were so fearful about Hiranyakashipu that now, although Lord Narasimhadev has killed Hiranyakashipu, still his fear factor is more than the love factor. But for Prahlad is here in approaching the Lord. So in the process of deity worship, abhigamana is when we approach, we make ourselves ready, say physically by taking bath, by wearing fresh clothes, by putting tilak and tulsi beads, and like say cleaning the temple, making the place very clean for the Lord, removing any old garbage or articles that are there. So making the place as welcoming to the Lord as possible. And naturally, the consciousness of the devotee is the most important in abhigamana. So Prahlad has prepared himself, and therefore he is able to approach the Lord herein with great feeling. My Prabhupada mentions about Prema Gadgadaya. So this stage of Prema that Prahlad Maharaj has achieved, it is only the fruit of his sadhana and his faith. And Prabhupada discusses how the faith is so important in the practice of bhakti. And it is that faith that defines our stage of bhakti. There's a common saying, feed your faith, then your fears will starve to death. And why all other, like devatas, even Lakshmi Devi is fearful? Because their faith in this current situation, or maybe you can see it as a pastime, is not as strong as Prahlad's faith in the Lord as the most loving, most understanding, most compassionate form of the Lord. And so if you want to achieve prema cannot be achieved. Prema is a gift. Prema is bestowed upon us. But faithful practice of bhakti, which Prahlad has done under the guidance of Narada Muni, and that Ado Shraddha Guru Padashrayo, that with faith when we approach Guru, and then he prepares us. And naturally, if we have to allow the Guru to prepare us, then we should have faith in the Guru, faith in the process that the Guru is giving us. Some things we may not like, some things we may like, and not being overly attached to things that like. I remember long back, one of my seniors, Govind Prabhu, he had asked us to do some particulars. You can do this. And later on, he told, you should not do this. So I asked Prabhuji, आपने तो बोला था ये कर सकते हैं. So then he said, अभी मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना मत करो. So now that I am telling you not to do. So what are you attached? You are attached to following the instruction, or you attached to that particular task? Things like sometimes in devotee circle about chocolate or about different things. I heard recently one of our seniors saying that some devotees who have spiritual masters who don't apparently take chocolates. So what they have done is they have kept one more ISKCON spiritual master's photo in the Guru Parampara in their altar. And when they have to offer chocolate, then they offer to their uncle, spiritual master, and through them they feel it is now bona fide, and they take, because their own spiritual master doesn't eat chocolates. So it is not finding this way or that way, but it is about are you attached to following the instruction, or attached to that first facility, that thing that, like recently in some yatra, we had a bus and we had a car. So I was in dilemma whom to make them seated in the car and in the bus. So then I told one devotee, you please sit in the car, and some other devotees in the bus, most of the devotees. And later on, I felt there was one more need of a senior couple that had come, that came to Ayodhya little later. So then I told these devotees, now you please get down and sit in the bus. Now, when sitting in the car, it was a instruction that they liked. Oh, now you can sit in the car, easy to get down. There is a more air conditioning. You can go till the spot. So when instructions come, some things that have the side benefits, then we immediately latch onto that. And those instructions that we don't like, then so having the faith in the process, in the Guru that is giving us instructions, just like when a sculptor is sculpting, some parts he will take off. So if the wood wants it to be shaped properly, then the wood has to allow the sculptor to allow the sculptor to remove those parts, chip away those parts. And then Prabhupada mentions this. The life, the sadhana and the purpose of a life of a devotee is that we can carve Krishna out of our life. There will be things that are not needed, that we can reject, and there will be some things that we need to hold on. So this is Abhigamana. And then is Upadana. Upadana is where we gather articles. We are now prepared, but now we need to gather articles that are for the service of the Lord. And here in Prahlad, is with heart choked with emotion. He is offering his words. So this is an article that he is offering. So Upadana. So Upadana is gathering articles or preparing the articles. Say flowers, tulsi, any fruits or anything that you need to cook, or proper vessels for worship. So Prahlad Maharaj his heart is that receptacle that is that Aarti prayed, which he is going to offer to Narasimha Devi. And then comes the third part, which is called as yoga, which is attaining our spiritual identity, which is being situated in our identity as we are doing the service. Because sometimes we prepare before time, but when it comes to actual time of the service, then we are not in the proper mood or in the proper identity. And so therefore, there is usually this manasa puja, or preparing our consciousness. Although we are prepared physically and in different ways previously, but at that time, to do the manasa puja or mentally, who am I to offer, to be able to eligible to offer this service, and who is the Supreme Lord to whom I am offering service? Naham vipro chanarpati napi vaishyo na shudro. Even when Lord Chaitanya approached Jagannath, this was one of the prayers that he offered. That Oh Lord, I am approaching you not as a sannyasi, as a brahmana, as this particular entity, that particular entity, but my only identity is that I am the servant of the servants. And cleansing any material conception that we have about ourselves, and being situated in the spiritual identity that will make us eligible, that will make us yogya. So yoga means that which makes us yogya, eligible for the service of the Lord. And Ashtau says, and by Prahlad Maharaj's bhakti, he has achieved the perfection of all yoga. And he is therefore the first verse that he speaks in the next verse. Whoever is giving tomorrow's verse, must be in ecstasy, because this is the first verse of Prahlad Maharaj. Brahmadayo suragana munayota siddha satvaikantagatayo vachasam prabhahe naraditum purugunai radunapi pipru kim toshtu mahati same harirugra jati. So first of all is clarifying that I don't have qualification. What qualification do I have? I'm coming from a very, very, very low no birth. Re Rugra Jati. I'm coming from the place of unlimited sinful activities. One of our devotees defines United States of America as like this: unlimited sinful activities. Or I'm coming from Mugra Karma, UK. So like this, one devotee mentions Ugra Jati. All of our births are filled with so much Ugra Karma. And so he is not seeing just his current situation, but he's seeing what all have come. And sometimes devotees, when we do remember our past activities, past situation, we sometimes are secretly happy about how I was so sinful, my itna pita tha, I used to drink a lot, or I used to do this or do that. And sometimes when devotees even recount, they kind of recount with kind of with what is that, nostalgic feeling, happy about those days. But here in Prahlad Maharaj is totally feeling unqualified, that Brahma, Dayo, Suragana, that all these devatas, they are not could not satisfy you with their excellent prayers. So it seems that they did try. Brahma and all other devatas, they did try to offer prayers, but and therefore he says, I'm not at all qualified. So mera koi adhikar nahi hai. I'm not eligible. And then so this is yogya. To become our only adhikar is that we are encouraged and we are ordered by our guru to offer this seva, to offer this puja. So the adhikar that we have is our, and that's why he also mentions about Prahlad Maharaj in this series of verses, beautiful verses, mentions that how can I forget my spiritual master, because of whom I am here, otherwise I don't have any. And how can one ever be ungrateful to one's spiritual master who has made one's yogyata? And that's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur also says, yogyata vichare kichu nahi sar, tomara karuna ehita vichar. That if you analyze me, my yogyata, I don't have any yogyata. My only yogyata is that O Guru, your mercy is all that is my yogyata. So therefore, Prahlad Maharaj here is in great ecstasy, because he is able to offer something that is not eligible, and it's a privilege. It's a very, very special privilege which he has got, not because he's qualified. So, and when we do see devotees when they are in this mood that this is a special seva that they have got that ordinarily they cannot get, then they do it with so much devotion, so much diligence. But when we see that, when we think that, oh, this is what I am qualified to do, even while chanting. If we think that I am yogya, then therefore yoga, establishing ourselves in the spiritual identity, in that particular thing, is very important for us to able to please the Lord. Then the fourth is Ijya, is where we offer the worship to the Lord, different upacharas, offerings that we do, and then it is said, and usually we think, Ijja is where we offer prayer, worship, and then that's what is complete of in the Panchanga Puja. But the last is Swadhyaya, is the recitation of scripture. That is chanting of holy names or reading of the scriptures is also very important in deity worship or in approaching the Lord. And that's why the scriptures are often called as darshan shastras or darshan. So if we want to take darshan of the Lord, we cannot neglect to read scriptures, to read Bhagavatam, to read Chaitanya Charitamrita, to read Bhagavad Gita regularly, and sometimes in some devotees, they're so much into deity worship that they hardly spend time reading or hearing classes, and devotees, we need to be very careful that we do both. We do Bhagavad Vidhi, which is recitation of scriptures, hearing and chanting, and when we also do Panchanga Vidhi. And even in Panchanga Vidhi, Bhagavad Vidhi has been put as one of the parts of Panchanga Vidhi Puja. And in terms of purification, said there are 6 purifications that need to be done. First is called as Sthana Shuddhi. The place should be pure. We clean the place. Then there is Dravya Shuddhi. We try to collect the purest of the articles possible. Then there is Atma Shuddhi. We purify the body. Then there is Chitta Shuddhi. Purify our mind, chanting mantras. And Mantra Shuddhi is the purity of the mantra. Yes, we are purified by chanting of the mantras, but the mantra itself has to be pure. How will the mantra be pure? When it is received from a bona fide guru, then the mantra is considered as pure, and not to commit any offenses. And Murti Shuddhi. And we also purify the deity with water and with purified articles. So just wanted to mention this Panchanga Vidhi and Shad Shuddhis, because herein Prahlad is approaching the Lord with the essence of all this, which is love. And this the stage of love he has achieved because of the faithful practice that he has done, in spite of all the obstacles that he has faced, all the threats, all the temptations that he has faced in these 5 years. In Hiranyakashipu's kingdom, being the prince, there must be so many temptations of comfort, of other enjoyments as a child, of playing. But he was not at all troubled by that. Naivo Dvijay Paraduratte Vaitaranyas, that Maya Tadvirya Gaira Mahamrit Magna Chitta. One of the prayers, Prahlad Maharaj says that, I am so absorbed in hearing and remembering your pastimes that Naivod Vijay, I don't become agitated by all the troubles and temptations that are happening in this world. And all the threats that he got, none of us would have faced that kind of threats that Prahlad got from his father and from his school. So threats from the friends, family, and society. So of course friends, they try to brainwash him, but Prahlad, he he explained to them. And once he explained, once he glorified the Supreme Lord in the process of bhakti, now no human life is wasted. Yeah, otherwise, in 8 hours in sleeping, 2 hours in eating, like this he mentioned, all statistics, or we waste so much of our life. And like that, life after life, we're going. I just, one devotee had shared one image. Let me share this. So there's a nice image where people go from Monday to Sunday, and then again Monday they are so exhausted, and then as weekend comes they think I'll enjoy, and by then Sunday is over, then again Monday starts, and we are living in a loop after loop, and people don't have any other idea what's the purpose of life then apart from enjoying weekends. They work hard so that they can enjoy the weekends, and as they're enjoying the weekends, they're worried that how do I meet the deadlines, how do I meet the different things that will come on Monday, or someone says Monday is mourning day. You mourn, you're so sad, now Monday has come. So instead of going into that loop, Prahlad Maharaj, he saw the he saw the true purpose of life is not just being materially well situated, but the true purpose is to be situated in the lotus feet of Guru and Krishna, and then faithfully practice. So Prabhupada mentions that the role of faith in the growth of a devotee. Sometimes as we are hearing the holy names, or as we are hearing the katha, or as we are doing the service, the faith element is sometimes missing. It goes into a monotony. It goes into, now it becomes a society pressure, or you are in there now that you have to do that. But if the faith factor is kept very as foremost, that and there are two types of faith. One is called as samajik shraddha, another is called as shastrik shraddha. Samajik shraddha is where you have faith because of the society around you, or people, because somebody in your society or in your circle is a devotee, or seeing him you get faith, and then you start to practice bhakti because of samajik shraddha. You see society around you starts to support and help you. But that samajik shraddha should go to shastrik shraddha. That yes, I am practicing bhakti because of the samaj around me, but if I don't go to the level that my faith is in the process, not just in the people that are practicing, because sometimes people may mistake, they may fall away, or they may not take us to the level that they may not be at the advanced level, and they will take us to whatever level they can. So therefore, that samajik shraddha should convert to shastrik shraddha. Now that our faith is in the scriptures and is in the process. If our guide, or whom we are inspired by, he goes here and there is some trouble with him, or we are not able to hear from him, that is not our, like sometimes, oh, I like to hear this person, and therefore, and because I'm not able to hear, I'm not even there. When I'm not able to, when he doesn't come to the temple, or this particular singer when he sings, then I like to sit for kirtan. So these are all called as samajik shraddha. But that samajik shraddha should turn to shastrik shraddha, where we have faith in the process that is given in the scriptures, and whoever is representing that process, we totally put our faith that. So, and here in Prahlad Maharaj, he heard his spiritual master in the womb. He never saw him, and when he came out, there was hardly any support from the family except maybe his mother for some time. Otherwise, the whole Samaj was against him. But right in the womb, he developed that Shraddha in the process, in the spiritual master and the process that the spiritual master has given. And therefore, he is very much strongly rooted. And often Prabhupada's disciples say this, that there were some devotees when Prabhupada was there that they liked Prabhupada so much, they used to always tour around him. But when Prabhupada physically left the planet, then many of them had difficulties because their faith was just in Prabhupada as a person and not what is representing. And then they could not hold on to the process. So the Guru becomes the via medium for connecting to the process. Of course, the great gratitude and taking shelter is always there, because only through him do we approach. And I was reading this book by Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj called as Follow the Angels. Recently, I heard from Gaurampur that Radhanath Swami Maharaj was telling that if there is one book apart from Srila Prabhupada's book that I would want devotees to read to increase their dedication, is this book called as Follow the Angels by Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj. That what is the role that the Guru places in that? Sridhar Maharaj very nicely explains that that once the mantra is received from the Guru, the mantra should be is powerful. It has the effect when the mantra is chanted in the association of the sadhu. And the example that is given is that the prostitute Lakshmi, she chanted in the association of Haridas Thakur, and because she was sitting and chanting in the association of Haridas Thakur, and therefore it has that effect. And then she took on the process and she started to chant herself. So sometimes we undermine this need to associate with sadhus, to sit and do our sadhana with devotees. With sometimes even in yatras, I see that as long as the class is going on, devotees sit. As soon as kirtan starts, some devotees start to go and take prasad or roam around, not knowing that chanting with the Guru or with the sadhu is the main process. So Ado Shruddha Tata Guru Ta Bhajana Kriya. So that Bhajana Kriya is best practiced in the presence of the Guru or in the consciousness of the presence of the Guru. So when that is done, then the advancement is rapid. But if the Bhajana Kriya is cut from the previous process of Sadhu Sanga, then that Bhajana Kriya has no effect. Therefore, all these steps, they are all steps. Steps, just like if one step is not connected to the higher step, is not connected to the previous step, then that step will fall. So therefore, faith is the initial step, then the Sadhu Sanga, then Bhajana Kriya. Each one supports the other process, and they all have to be done together. So Prahlad Maharaj, as he is approaching the Lord, he is not he's not forgotten his Guru. He is still remembering his spiritual master, and we'll see that in the coming of the verses, and how he is not Yogya, how his qualification is the mercy of his spiritual master. So it's a very good meditation always to feel oneself not qualified And only because of the Guru's compassion, Guru Kripa, Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu, we are able to Adama Janara Bandhu, we are able to practice bhakti. And one more thing that I wanted to discuss here in this same context is today is a very sweet festival of Hera Panchami. And Hera Panchami is the festival of during the Rath Yatra, where Lord Jagannath goes to Gundicha. After he has Snan Yatra almost 15 days before, and then he gets sick. And when he gets sick, then I was just thinking that in our temple, Brahmachari Ashram, Radhanath Maharaj has made a place called as Sevasthan, where when devotees get sick, brahmacharis, when they get sick, they can recuperate. Then they can recover well, because the past record has been that whenever brahmacharis get sick, then they also get homesick. Then they start to remember in their homes, because during sickness, they remember their closest family members. Like sometimes if a child is having high fever, he'll start to say I or mama, because whoever is closest, they remember during sickness. So almost similar to that although Lord Krishna in Dwarka has been wanting to go to Vrindavan for so long, when he gets sick during this after Stani Yatra, and although in Shri Mandir in Puri, which represents Dwarka, all the sevas are being done, all the medications, everything is being given. The Pandas, because they are Dwarka, they're in the Dwarka mode. Lord Jagannath is not fully recovered. He is eager, and he becomes homesick, and then he wants to go to his hometown, his Vrindavan. And Gundicha represents Vrindavan. So first he gets sick, and then he gets homesick, and then he wants to go to home. And then he goes to Gundicha Mandir. So I was mentioning that Maharaj made this Sevasthan. So brahmacharis, when they are sick, they are cared for properly by the brahmacharis, so they don't get homesick, and then they don't want to leave the ashram. Because this thought comes, who will take care of me when I'm old, when I'm sick? Sometimes this becomes quite a big anxiety for those who don't have any earnings. So Lord Jagannath, being so eager to go, he goes to Gundicha. And when he is in Sri Mandir, he tells Lakshmi Devi, let me at least go for one day. So the sanction he gets from the Home Minister is only for one day leave. That next day I'll come back. Even that's what Lord Krishna did when he left Vrindavan. He told the gopis that next day I'll come back. I'll kill Kamsa. I didn't say I'll kill Kamsa. I'll just take part in this game, in this wrestling match, and then they'll come back. So same way, Lord Jagannath, he takes sanction for one day leave, and then he comes to Gundicha Mandir, and then he forgets. Like some of our devotees, when they come for yatra, they forget, oh, I was supposed to work from home, I was supposed to do this project. They're so much in bliss of yatra, they forget. So Gundicha represents Vrindavan, and all the pujaris in Vrindavan, they are serving Lord in a very simple, sweet way. And so many unique items that are only made in Gundicha temple. It said that Lord Jagannath, the benefit of taking darshan of Lord Jagannath is 100 times more when one takes darshan on his rath, and then it is 100 times more even than taking darshan on the Rath, he is taking darshan in the Gundicha temple. Even 100 times more than taking darshan in Gundicha, he should take darshan of Lord Jagannath in the night time of Gundicha, Shayan darshan, night darshan. So Lord Jagannath is so much in Vrindavan mood, so he forgets that he needs to go back next day. And then 3-4 days passes, and on the 5th day, Lakshmi cannot wait anymore. And then, no, of course, when Lord Jagannath was going, there is one mandap, called as Isha Mandap. I think Shri Mandap or Ratna Mandap, from where Lakshmi Devi bids goodbye. That okay, tomorrow you come. And then on the 5th day, Lakshmi Devi and all his servants, they bring her on a palanquin. And as soon as Lord Jagannath hears that Lakshmi is coming, then immediately he sends a garland. He sends a garland saying that I'm going to come soon, you please go now. And it's called as Agyan Mala. It's called as garland of consent. That yes, I'll come. But Lakshmi Devi, is not allowed to meet Lord Jagannath. The doors are closed, and Lakshmi Devi and her servants are very angry that why are we not being allowed? And then common folklore is that Jagannath, Subhadra, Baldev, they are having such no family time. They don't want any other person. Like even Lakshmi Devi, they don't want. Therefore, they close the altar. But this is when the Gaudiya angle comes, when Lord Chaitanya was witnessing this pastime. So he talks to Swarup Damodar. I think he talks to Srivas Thakur first. That Lakshmi Devi, she's husband. Husband is not allowing the wife inside. And why is it that Lakshmi Devi is not allowed inside? Even in Ras Leela she was not allowed. And then Srivas Thakur tries to argue, and then finally Swarup Damodar Goswami, he mentions how the glory of Rajabhav and how even Lakshmi Devi is not given entrance into the Vrindavan move unless she approaches a devotee in Vrindavan, and then through that she can approach. And because she was trying to barge in into Vrindavan, into Gundicha, she was not allowed. And in the past, and the local pastime is that Lakshmi Devi becomes so angry, she was not allowed. She comes out and she breaks one of the wheels of Nandi Ghosh, the chariot of Lord Jagannath, but then she immediately becomes so guilty that I broke my husband's chariot, that she doesn't return on the same road, or there is another story that is told 1 minute. So Lord Jagannath, so she feels so guilty, so she doesn't come back. And some others say that because husband, she's not able to bring back the husband for the purpose for relationship, so she feels so ashamed, so shy, that she takes another route to go back to the Sri Mandir. And after 3-4-5 days, then Lord Jagannath comes back, which is the Bahudarat, that when he returns back. And that time Lakshmi is angry, she doesn't let him inside, and she says, that I am only feeding you what that it is because of I'm cooking and serving all year, and few days you got you were in Vrindavan and you felt you don't need me. So now I'll see when you are here, who'll feed you. And like that, there is a folk story. It is not anywhere mentioned in our Shastras, but it's a folk story that how Lord Jagannath is not allowed inside. Lord Jagannath and Balabhadra, Subhadra, and they are allowed to wait outside. And Lakshmi Devi says that without my grace, without my blessed consent, let me see how you will eat. And Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, they don't get anything to eat. Wherever they go, all the food starts to vanish. And then finally, Lord Jagannath, he takes some rasgullas for Lakshmi Devi, and Lakshmi Devi seeing rasgullas, and Lord Jagannath, bring this as a gift for her. Then she lets Lord Jagannath come, because the anger was only short-lived. It was only anger because, and then she lets, and then she serves Lord Jagannath all through. So there's a sweet, very sweet pastime that originated on this day, Hera Panchami. And go from Gaudiya angle, it's a very beautiful discussion that is in Chaitanya Charitamrita between Lord Chaitanya, Srivas Thakur, who is Narada Muni, who kind of takes Lakshmi Devi's side, and there is Sarup Damodar Goswami, who takes the Vrindavan side, and there is this discussion, which is the main highlighted part in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. All these other stories are not mentioned, but because today is Hera Panchami, so today devotees love to offer rasgullas to Jagannath, or love to have rasgullas today that are offered to Lord Jagannath. So with this sweet note of rasgulla pastime, we will stop here and see if any discussion is there, any questions are there. I started with how approaching the Supreme Lord is not cheap. It is a very, very special privilege, and we should be very mindful. And how, by faithful practice of bhakti, we come to that stage, and how we need to invest in our faith and in our gratitude, in our connection to our spiritual master, in the Guru Parampara, by which we'll come there, we'll reach there. And now there are 5 aspects of deity worship approaching the Lord, Panchanga Puja, and 6 things that we need to ensure that purified to be able to offer to the Lord. And then we discussed the sweet pastime of Hera Panchami. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Very, very wonderful class, Prabhu. Nicely you recapped also at last, because we got captivated of this Hera Panchami pastime which you narrated at last. So actually, even in this Kali Yuga also, even in this age also, all wives also, they get a bit angry when there is a birthday or when there is a wedding day, when the husband is not wishing or no surprise gift from the husband, then yes, there is a small quarrel between them. So then, I just understand that all these things are coming from these pastimes only. So
Yes.
thank you for narrating all these pastimes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So dear devotees, any questions or realizations, please go ahead. Shyama Gauri Mataji, you need to say something?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the sweet class, like Rasagulla. So nice. And nice katha about Hera Panchami, Prabhuji. And thank you so much for the wonderful class and talking about Prahlad Maharaj and asking everybody to close their eyes and meditate on what's going on there and how all the devatas and how they are praying to Lord Nrsingadev. Thank you so much. Wonderful, wonderful class, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Shamagori Mataji. You're always kind to bring me to this nice Sangha of devotees. And just wanted to also take this opportunity to inform that September end to October end, I'll be in America for a month, visiting some cities. So hopefully I'll meet some of you
Yes,
physically.
Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, would like to see you in person.
Thank you, Prabhu. So yes, with that Rasgulla pastime, I think So you tempted us to make Rasgulla also today.
Yes,
So
please make Rasgulla today.
So I
offer to
just
Jagannath and offer to anyone who is angry with you today.
and also you have given Rasgulla to all the devotees in USA, that saying that you will be coming this September month end over there. So hopefully everyone will be ready with their Rasgullas also to give to you. There is question in the chat, Prabhu, from Rohini Shetty Mataji. She's asking, what is the book that you mentioned about which Radhanath Swami Maharaj recommended?
I can send that PDF or EPUB. I have it. It's called Follow the Angels. So
Follow the Angels. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Follow the Angels. There's a lot of finer details of our connection to our parampara. Like this very thing that bhajan should be done in the association of sadhu, like how Haridas Thakur, with the prostitute. It never occurred to me that it's not just a coincidence, but that's the way to get benefited by the holy name. Holy name itself cannot act unless the Guru is there to help us prepare. So beautiful book. Gaurav has been mentioning to me last 5-6 years to read that book whenever we have intimate sanghas. So this time I made it a point to read that book, and just in 3 pages there was so much wisdom that where I'm going wrong. So I just thought I'll mention to devotees here that they can also read this book.
Okay, Prabhu. Sure. Please share the PDF so that we can also share with everyone. So I could say Param Bhavani Shyama Mataji raised her hands. Mataji, can you go ahead?
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for a wonderful class. Prabhuji, I have a question. As you mentioned, Prahlad Maharaj was feeling like he has no qualification to, like serve Lord or kind of like to appease Lord, but still he was offered the opportunity to serve and appease Lord. So we should inculcate that mood. So Prabhuji, how then and in our prayers, for example, like Tulasi Arati, we said that More Bhilash Bilash Kunje Diobas, it's a lofty desire. Plus, then how we could it seems like diametrically opposite thing. Like we are feeling like we are not qualified even to serve Lord, and then we are we should also inculcate the desire of to serve them in Golok. Like how we can develop both the moods that are seemingly opposite to each other. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Parampara Shyama Devi Mataji. Beautiful question. So in Narottam Das Thakur's prayers in Prardhana, there is this Prardhana called as Lalasamaya Prardhana. So in Lalasamaya Prardhana, this Radha Krishna Pranamo Yugala Vela Kishore Jivane Marane. So all those prayers, we see balance of high aspirations, the same time rooted in one spiritual identity, that I am Shri Krishna Chaitanya Dase Ranudas, that I am servant of the servant. And why are we desiring that? Because it is our spiritual master's desire that we be placed in our spiritual position, that we serve Krishna. So spiritual master is because it is spiritual master's desire. Therefore, we are hanker for that. We are eager for that. So that's our qualification. It's not that we directly want to enter into Ras Leela or into the non-fastness, but the Guru is one who who wants to engage us in Radha Krishna Seva. And therefore, through Guru, we enter into those passes. So therefore, all these prayers that our acharyas offer, they have esoteric or very high elements of serving Krishna directly and different, but that is, and then they balance it with this mood that, but I am only a servant of the servant. It is my Guru who is, even when we know Nikunja yuno ratikeli siddhaye yaya yukti apekshane tatraji daksha ativallabhasya, that it is my Guru who is so expert and he becomes so pleased ativallabhasya when I engage in the Nikunja Seva. Nikunja. So right in the Mangalarti, we see this balance, that it is my Guru who becomes pleased, or it is my Guru who is engaging in this, and he becomes pleased when I can qualify myself to do this service. So the Guru is one who wants us to grow towards Krishna, but we, just like our parents, we never forget our parents, that for what they have done. So same way, we never forget the Guru, and because it is their desire, we want to grow as much as possible to please Krishna. So therefore, difference between Acharya's bhajans and general bhajans outside is that they don't have any balance. There is this bhajan, Mero Radha or whatever. So they don't have any this balancing mood of being, following the Guru. But Acharya's bhajans all have this. So therefore, we are very safe when we follow the parampara. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. It's so clear, crystal clear answer, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji. So yes, certainly we should follow our spiritual master and our acharyas to get close to Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji, for that note. So yes, there is a question from Hemi Mataji. She is asking, you mentioned yoga practice will help us control our mind. So it is not better to practice yoga first to control the mind, then go to bhakti?
Is it not?
So Mataji is asking, yoga practice will control our mind. Then why we are going for bhakti before practicing yoga to control the mind? First we can control the mind through yoga, then we can go to bhakti. That's a question.
Recently, I was hearing this talk, one of Sangas, where Radha Gopinath was mentioning that Ashtanga yoga is mainly yoga, this physical practice of yoga is mainly recommended for those who have a strong controlling tendency. And when we have this strong controlling tendency, and when we come to bhakti directly, then, usually, we try to, control Krishna or control devotees. So therefore, Ashtanga yoga is using that tendency in ourselves, because unless our mind and inner system is in control of us, how can we engage in Krishna service? Even chanting becomes difficult. So therefore, if you have a controlling tendency, then try to control your back by bending down to touch your head to your toes. So, and I see this, it has a lot of, benefit even in humility and, practice, because sometimes devotees, when they don't, practice, of course, for those, especially for myself, I can say I have strong controlling tendencies. So if I don't use, then I'll put it on devotees. So therefore, Ashtanga yoga is a very, intelligently designed way by which your body comes under your control and your controlling tendencies also goes away. So when you come to Krishna, you are in the mood to surrender. And even that's what Ashtanga Hridayam, the main book on Ashtanga yoga, also mentions. The main purpose of Ashtanga yoga is surrender oneself to fully Supreme Lord. And when you can only do that when your whole inner system is in control. So yes, we can practice some yoga or any other process to bring our mind little in control, but understand that fully all this physical aspect things cannot help us to control the mind. It is only Krishna who is Manohara, who can control our mind. But yes, we do our part. Because if we say if our body is not in shape, then how can we sit and chant properly? So therefore, they are very much therefore Krishna in the 6th chapter, he does mention about Ashtanga Yoga. So I like this perspective a lot, that yoga, these physical aspects of yoga helps us to get purified of our controlling tendencies, which become a big obstacle when we try to serve Krishna, because Krishna doesn't work in our timelines or with our plans. So therefore, this element of surrender to come, especially if they have a controlling tendency, it is helpful to practice yoga. It is good for health. It's also good for bhakti. Good for humility also, because we know I cannot control my back only. How can I control someone else?
So you're saying if you have that control sense, then we can put it in bhakti also. So in controlling our tongue, controlling our mind.
Yeah. So then our tendency to control Krishna, control devotees is removed. You have satisfied that, or जो होता है tendency वो body पे लगा दिया.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu, for that note. So there is a note from Shushmita Mataji. Mataji has said that thank you for the wonderful class. Lord Jagannath was sick and then he was feeling homesick. So he went to Vrindavan. Beautiful pastime, Prabhuji. And with this pastime, you also took us to Vrindavan. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So I don't see any more questions or hand raised, Prabhu. So with your permission, we can end the call here. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for coming on the call and giving us your valuable time and association with the sweet pastime of Hira Panchami and with a very nice session of Prahlad Maharaj also. Hare Krishna. Because in due course of time with this pastime, I'm forgetting Prahlad Maharaj class. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
So we want your association in future also. Dear devotees, let's pay our obeisances to Prabhu. Vancha kalpadrupasya kripa sindhu Prabhu ji ki jai.
Hare Krishna.